Hello, and welcome to Grossly Competent, the learning, development, and adulting podcast that does not claim to be pretty. No way. But we will happily pretend to be slightly competent. I am your host, Steve Council, and I'm joined by my co-host, a man who boasts a face like syrup of Epicac, Mr. Patrick Ailshire.
That was a good one.
Thank you. I was pretty proud of that one, not gonna lie.
Well said, Steve. And as you mentioned, this is, in fact, a show about learning.
Mm-hmm.
Steve is our long-term case study.
I am reminded constantly of my daughter asking me if they had school in the olden days, because anything that predates their birth is the quote-unquote olden days. And I always think of that whenever I think of learning, and you just reminded me of my lack of ability to learn. So there's that, folks.
Why didn't you go to school?
I'm still dealing with the traumatic brain injury that came with that one, because that was brutal. But Mr. Patrick, you are right. Folks, we have all sorts of fun stuff we're going to talk about this week. But first, let's figure out who our sponsor of the week is.
This week's episode is brought to you by I'm Just Resting My Eyes, the internationally recognized phrase meaning I absolutely fell asleep, but I'd like to save a little dignity. Clinical studies show it lasts anywhere from 10 minutes to waking up confused at 7:30 p.m. I'm just resting my eyes, the nap that refuses to identify as a nap.
Wow. Thank you. I'm just resting my eyes. Big fan of your product. I have found that as I get older, I now can appreciate my elders when I was a kid that would also subscribe to I'm just resting my eyes. And it often happens, shockingly, while I'm watching children's programming in the evening. So bizarre. Who would have ever imagined?
I remember, like, one of the first times I heard that phrase, it was, I was a young child, and it was either probably watching some sort of show with my parents, or I think it was like playing a board game.
Sure.
Like a Friday evening or whatever, looking over, and Dad's got his eyes closed. Dad, I'm just resting my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That seems fair.
So are you familiar with, it's a series of movies called The Descendants. It's like a Disney Plus type of thing. Like,
I've heard the name. I don't know anything about it, but I am familiar.
So I guess they're on the second film of like the revamped show.
Okay.
Like there was 3 previous, now they're like not redoing them. It's whatever. I don't know. I'm explaining it horribly. But they're like really good. And I hope you can just hear the sarcasm drip. And I can say that loudly because I know my daughter isn't here and she can't hear me say that.
Okay.
So during the second film, I too was just resting my eyes, and I woke up to like the last 15 minutes of like the really awesome finale. And I was like, oh, thank God. I just time warped at the most pristine moment. Like, it was so great. It was like I got harnessed into the rocket ship in the future, and they're like, you're going to go to Mars. You're going to take a nap because it's a long ride. I'm like, all right. Then I woke up, I'm like, we're at Mars. Holy smokes. That's exactly how it felt. And it was really fantastic. What I liked about the movie is I didn't really watch it. That was my favorite part. They're just not that good. It's just not that good. So anyway, not that I was expecting you to know much about The Descendants, because you are not a 7-year-old girl.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. So I was actually impressed that you were like, yeah, I've heard of it. Like, wow, that is honestly impressive. But you have nieces and nephews and stuff, so I totally get that.
Yeah. I will not add that to the list, so I appreciate that.
No, you're not going to just go out of your way? Throw some Wicked Wonderland right on your subscribe? Well, speaking of subscribing, folks,
maybe we can cut this podcast short and I can start it.
And then you can come back and just say you were resting your eyes.
Yeah.
Speaking of being tired, dude, okay, it has been a really long week. And I think it's just been like a long several weeks. Like, I know it sounds like I'm complaining. Like, it sounds so like, oh, wow, woe is you. No. Like, I'm not trying to be that way. It just feels like August. Maybe it's because, like, summer's kind of winding down a little bit. I hate that I'm even saying that. But I just kind of feel like the Green Mile meme where, like, I'm tired, boss. You know,
yes.
Like, I don't know. Like, do you feel the same way right now, or is it just like me?
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it could be. It could be. I don't know.
I think no. I feel that August, just in general, always seems to be kind of long. It drags on a little bit. It's what is that? The dog days of summer. It's
sure.
You know that time of the summer where it's okay. We've been in kind of the summer months. You know, for whether summer break for students or just in general, the weather kind of dragging on. It's hot. It's sticky, humid, and yeah, I think that's kind of where the you know the dog day is like. All right, maybe it's time for Mother Earth to kick in a little bit of that cooler weather here and there would be nice. But that also reminds me, Steve, we are coming up. We're halfway through August. We're getting awfully close to our 1-year podiversary.
Dude, yes. Like,
this is episode 48?
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but it should be what? Well, because we took a couple weeks off here and there.
Yeah, so we'll hit like our 1 year around episode 50, I believe. Because
that sounds accurate.
We started after Labor Day. So,
yeah, that sounds right.
And we've only missed 2 weeks.
I do genuinely want to say, maybe I'm wrong on this. I'll have to look it up. It's really sad I don't know this. But I want to say the official first episode that we launched was on September 11th.
Ooh.
I swear it was, because we were both like, well, all right. Not a bad omen. It's fine. Guys.
Now that I think back, it completely makes sense about how this year has gone for us.
Oh my God. Has enough time passed that we can joke like this now? 25 years? Is that the correct number? I don't know.
There's a Norm Macdonald bit who joked about it years later, but I don't remember what it was exactly, but it was something about like how it was called like 9/11 Airlines or something. It was just like,
jeez,
just awful. Like,
oh my God.
But that was Norm liked to push buttons like that. That was his style, and but that's enough about that talk.
May he rest in peace. But it is pretty wild. I have some. I might have some plans, but I'm going to keep them secret, not just from you listeners, but from you, Mr. Patrick.
Oh.
So my lips are sealed.
Well, let me know when we're recording, and I'll try to be there.
Well, unless you get another co-host. All of a sudden I come on and there's another person. I'm like, wait a minute.
Did you release a bonus episode? Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Season 2, we're going in a different direction. Yeah.
And by different direction, we're just going to do a completely different podcast.
It'll be Patrick and Joe.
Oh man, Beauty and the Beast.
But we want the because now we're in season 2. We're going to take a different viewpoint of
Yeah.
Maybe Joe should just have his own podcast.
I think he should.
And it'll be from his viewpoint of what happened that fateful night.
And he's going to be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, nothing happened to me. It was just a standard evening where some woman throws herself at me, and I'm just like, no, because I am with the love Tuesday. Of my life. Yeah. And Patrick and I are like, well, okay. Just traumatized from the experience, but that's cool. As long as it was a nothing burger to you.
Right. Absolutely.
With all that being said, just a really quick kind of venture back because I want to make sure I touch on this. I kind of hate that I'm in full agreement with you on I'm okay with the cooler weather coming here. Like, I am. I just saw candy corn in the store. I was like, be still my heart.
Have we talked about candy corn?
And how it's really delicious? No.
Crap.
No.
Okay.
And it has to be Brock's. Has to be Brock's.
Is that a brand?
Yeah, BRACH. Brock's, by the way, if you would like, I will give you my contact information. I'll gladly let you sponsor us here on Grossly Competent. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, like and subscribe. Hit that bell.
LinkedIn, if you're still listening after all these weeks, feel free to be our sponsor as well.
I was going to save this for the shout out, but dude, I'm sorry, I'm making this really long. I had a positive LinkedIn connection experience. I'm going to cut right to it. Do you mind?
No, please.
Okay. So this was going to be my shout out. Okay. I got to find what her name was again, because it's a very interesting name. Orica Oros Bintinton. I am butchering this name, but when I saw it, I was like, well, that is interesting. Her background was really kind of interesting. And so when she sent me a connection and like with a little message, it was like, hey, really like your spin and take on learning and development. Like, would love to connect. I was like, okay, well, thank you. What a kind thing to say. My goodness. So I hit that connect button. Yep. Sounds groovy to me. And I wrote her back. I was like, well, thank you so much. I am nothing if not genuine. Like, that's just who I am. And instead of saying, real quick question, or like, what are your thoughts? Nope, not at all. She was like, I really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to connecting, like chatting down the road. Oh my God. I was like, what a breath of fresh air. Not all heroes wear capes, apparently. And Orica, I know, big time listener. I know it. You are amazing. So that's what I'm just going to say about that. I was like, oh my God. Because
the tables have turned a bit, maybe.
Oh God, I hope so. Although it might have been a week or so ago. I think I told you this, that I had somebody
that was fun.
Do the hard pitch slap. Like, they're like, hey, real quick question. And I was like, why the pitch slap? Why you doing me dirty? I thought we'd be friends, and then you pitch slap me. That's not nice. And I kid you not, the dude responded like, "I'm sorry, I pitch slapped you." I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that, but I still blocked him. Like, nah.
I was wondering what happened with that.
I was like, remove connection, unfollow, get out of my face, because no. I don't need the Prodigy playing in the background. Change my picture.
Ooh.
Pitch slap me up. You know, that's not how the song... I think that's how the song goes. But, anyway, I'm sorry. Yes. I took us down a very odd tunnel there. But I really want to make sure I put it out there.
It's fantastic.
That's it.
What do you got for us today?
Not much. No. I actually wanted to start things off by sharing a little something that my company, or so specifically my manager and I, decided to start doing this week, like as in 4 days ago, 5 days ago, something like that.
Oh, you're working at work now?
I know. For once. I know. Somebody asked me, wow, you look really tan. I'm like, well, it's because I fall asleep by my window. And so that's always the ongoing joke that I sleep at work, because I'm like tucked in a corner. And so there's that. So anyway, so this past week we had orientation for new hires. We had two new people start. Totally cool. We do it every other week. Totally fine. But this was an idea that my manager came up with. She kind of gave me this subtle overview of like, hey, it would be kind of cool if we did something like this. So I just took it a step further. I had their emails, so I reached out to both the new hires and said, hey, like really excited to have you, and kind of gave them some directive of like dress casual, whatever. I'm like, and by the way, I have 2 burning questions I need to ask you, and I'd love your responses by the end of the day today or whatever. And I was like, what is your favorite beverage? And what is your favorite snack? And I had one participant reach out and say Sprite Zero and granola. I was like, well, that is a very interesting combo. And the other had said sparkling water and peanut M&Ms are my comfort foods. And I was like, that is simply adorable. So what I do is I took that information, and the day of orientation just went to the convenience store, Quick Trip if you must know. And I picked those things up, and I had them set up on the table with like their booklets and pen and papers and all that kind of stuff, right? Like you're talking $3-4 like for each person's stuff, like nothing crazy, right? You would have thought I was giving them gold bars, like, but it was really cute. Like it was super sweet. They were just like so excited. The first one came in, she's like, oh my gosh, I love this. I love Sprite Zero. This is my favorite. And she was like all excited, like doing like the happy clap and stuff. I was like, oh. And the next one came in, and he's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I got to take a picture and send it to my wife. She's going to think it's the coolest thing ever. So like they were both snapping pictures and like sharing it with their family and whatnot. And what I liked is that it was just such a small gesture, like tiny, stupid gesture. Like can't get smaller than that. A little beverage and a little snack, whatever. But it made such a huge impact. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about those things, right? Like personal and professional times that either we have been the recipient or we've been able to give those kinds of moments that might be small to us. Like it's no big deal to us, but it really makes a tremendous difference to another person. Hey, Uggos. Patrick and I constantly talk about our own mishaps and pains and really just about anything about our adulting lives and workplace. But we'd love to hear your questions for us. So what have you always wanted to ask Patrick and I, but just haven't done yet?
To do this, we'll need you to reach out to us. And you can do so by going to our Instagram @grosslycompetent or send us an email, grosslycompetent@gmail.com. We'll pick through and read off our favorites in an upcoming episode. Yes. Yeah, I think that's a cool idea. I like that your organization has started doing that. Your team, I think that's something to continue with would be really cool. Because again, it's something so small. And even though they may, the cool thing is they may have forgotten about it, or they may not have expected it. Maybe it's obviously kind of leading the witness a bit of like, hey, maybe there'll be something here for you when you start. But also it was not something that they were going to think about all day as far as like before they got there. Oh, but then when they come to work, they're like, oh, cool. That was probably on their mind for a while. They obviously shared it with family or friends, and then something they'll think about and remember for a long time. Just that small little gesture. So I really like that idea.
And what the intent behind it was just to create a little bit of personality. Like, as you and I both know, orientation is somewhat similar to like your yearly compliance training. Like a lot of it is like, okay, you have to fill out this paperwork. We have to make sure you get your documentation. And like, so it's not usually the most sunshine, rainbows, tons of fun stuff.
Yeah.
But just that small thing was fun. My manager, her section is on like, now strap in. this is exciting stuff. Corporate compliance and workplace behaviors. Like, come on. Like, this is not fun, exciting stuff. But it was during her conversation with it that the gentleman that had the peanut M&Ms, it's all of 9:30 in the morning, right? He looks over on it and he goes, is it too early for me to open up the M&Ms? I'm like, buddy, they're yours. Like, eat the whole bag. Knock yourself out, man. Like, go ahead. And he was like a little kid, like, oh, geez, like I'm breaking the rules. Like, but it was awesome. Like, it was such a small thing, but it was so cool. Sorry, I'll stop. I want to hear your stuff.
Is there a small part of you that hopes that someone responds with something that you really love? Like, the next time you do this, they'll be like, I love candy corn. And
no, genuinely. This is 100%.
Can you share some of these? Come on. I'm hungry up here. I'm running this training all day.
God, so I interestingly enough, in my learning center, I have a corner that is stocked with snacks, like just stocked, like chips, not like little bags of chips and goldfish crackers and bars and whatever, because I want people to feel welcome. Also, as we've talked about in the past, and I'm kind of straying a bit here, so I apologize, in that HR is often looked at as like the big bad scaries. Like, I don't want to go by HR. So I figure the more inviting I can make things, and I just tell people, I'm like, come on up, say hi, grab a piece of candy or 6. I don't care. Like, knock yourself out. So it gets people up by us more and to start engaging. And even if it's not like I have this professional issue I need to settle, nope, they're just coming out to say hi. Hell yeah, I'll take that all day. The more inviting, the better. So, okay, I'm done. I want to hear your things.
Yeah. So, do you want to go back and forth and maybe share some personal or professional some things that we've experienced?
I don't have a preference, honestly. Balls in your court. Whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah, it might be kind of cool to share something similar, like work related.
Okay.
But also something, if we can think about maybe in our own lives that someone has done.
Sounds awesome.
Okay. So I'll start. I think we'll start with professionally.
Cool.
I had a manager at my current company. This was, she was my manager for a couple years, and she's taken a different position within the company.
Oh.
Unfortunately, her position was eliminated. But she was able to get something else still in the company, which was awesome. So yeah, we miss her, but we're still connected in a way, which is cool.
That is cool.
As the L&D manager, she would come observe not every training we did, but there was quite a few that she wanted to come see and just be able to take some notes and give us feedback.
Yeah.
And for those 2 years that she was my manager, every time she came to train, that we knew she was going to be coming there, she would send a text or a message the day before, what can I get you for coffee? And it was
cool.
just it was a Starbucks. It was great. I loved it. Nice little pick me up in the morning for training. And then it got to a point where I always just ordered the same thing because I just want something. Just give me some black coffee, like a Pike Place or the Blonde Roast, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it would be towards, after a year or so, the usual, but like every time, and I didn't I would sometimes forget about it.
Yeah.
Like she'd ask me a day or two before and I'd forget about it and I'd show up there and she'd walk in with the coffee or she'd get there first and it was sitting there for me,
yeah,
this is awesome. It was just a great way to start the day and just, a really kind little gesture that was coming out of her pocket.
Yeah.
And specifically, I work in government. So we literally can't spend government fund. We can't spend money on food or drinks. We could not use county dollars if we had the option. It's not there. And so it's just something you do out of your, kindness, your heart, similar, to just going to the store, quick trip and picking up stuff. It's just something, a nice little gesture, doesn't break the bank. And that was really cool. And random side tangent on this. One time we had a full day training and she brought me a coffee, and I had a morning session for 3 hours, and then we had an hour lunch break, and then there was a new group coming in for the afternoon session.
Oh, okay.
And I had just had, it was let's say like a Wednesday or Thursday in March. And I happened to check my email at lunch just to see what was going on the team, the rest of whatever. And there's these emails coming in from my team saying happy birthday, and it was to my manager. I had no idea it was her birthday that day.
Oh.
And here she's bringing me coffee on her own birthday. So from that was like the first year she was my manager. And so after that, I was like, okay, I am not forgetting this. And so I made sure to obviously return the favor a few times at just like some team building events or whatever. But anyways, I just thought that was really cool. And then one other thing on the professional side is that she was really great about sending birthday emails. So she would do that. We had a team of like 5 of us. So she had those on her calendar. If she knew you were going to be, it was over the weekend, or she knew you were going to be out that day. Like I always take my birthday off, so I'm never at work on my birthday. She would send it the day before to the whole team.
That's so cool.
Just something small like that. Just a nice little thing to do. So,
as far as the birthday emails and whatnot, my sister was the one that taught me to use like Google Calendar or whatever, to put people's birthdays on as like an event. So you remember. And as a matter of fact, today is my niece's birthday. Aww. So I shot her a message to wish her a happy birthday. She is busy running around at college right now. So
very cool.
So she doesn't want to sit and talk to Uncle Steve. She just wants to do her thing. So I think a fun little text and all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it does help. Like it's so nice to this person's birthday, cool, just send them a little text like, hey, happy birthday, bud, hope it's great, whatever. I think it goes a really long way. I've had friends of mine be like, how do you remember? I'm like, well, I cheat, but I do it because I think everybody kind of gets that little like, oh, that's so nice of you, thank you. There is it's somebody I worked with, no exaggeration, 15 years ago, that every year still he will send me like a LinkedIn message on my birthday, like, hey, happy birthday, bud, hope everything's going well. I'm like, my God, that's so wild. Like, that's so kind of you. My gosh, thank you. And you're right, small, very small. How expensive is that text or that message? Not at all. So that's really profound that she would do that. That's such a cool thing. And I bet that makes you feel really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's so cool. Do you want me to go? I'm sorry. Did we decide that? Okay.
Sure.
I was just talking about this 2 days ago. We had friends over just to do a little bit of a cookout and just enjoy the evening and that kind of thing. And we were talking about deck furniture because we are in our 40s. That's what we talk about. And I had mentioned, like, this is actually the second iteration of deck furniture that we've had. We've only had the deck in the house here for like 3 years.
How many couches have you gone through in your house?
Hey friends, we love doing this, and if you like what you're hearing and want to support the show, here are the best ways possible. Subscribe, follow, and give a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcasts. You can visit us on Buzzsprout at grosslycompetent.buzzsprout.com. Here you can become an active supporter.
Or give us a shout on Instagram at grosslycompetent.
And please tell your friends, family, coworkers, or that awesome learning and development person at your company about this podcast. We appreciate all of you more than you know. Any support out there you can throw our way truly means the world to us. We're grateful we get to bring it to you each and every week.
And now, back to the show.
Oh,
you did share that on the podcast, so I can ask you about it.
Yes, technically 0. We're still on the same couch. And is not nice. It's not. I'm always afraid when somebody sits on it, like, today's the day, isn't it? Today is the day.
Self-destruct.
Oh, God.
Anyways, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Well, I'm making this a longer story than it needs to be. The sincerely more condensed version of it is, while our deck was being built by somebody that actually has the capabilities and know-how, not me, my wife and I, we ordered a deck furniture set from Costco because we're big spenders. And it came all great. It's in the boxes and everything. So I had to put it together. No problem.
Yeah.
Deck was done. I start pushing the stuff out there, and I realize that the deck furniture I measured incorrectly, and it was way too big, like way too big for the space that I had. I was like, "Oh, shoot!"
Was it the inches in the centimeter, or the yard, the feet in the?
Honest to God, and I know there's going to be a listener out there. It's like, that's not that big of a difference, but it is a big difference. I was only, when I was doing like the math in my head for my deck, I didn't account for the railing, which of course is going to like feed in. So
sure,
I was thinking like, oh, then there's going to be like 5 feet of clearance here, and that's fine. Except when you add in the factor of the railings and everything else, that 5 feet turns into like 3.5, and it's like, that's not a huge difference, but it is a difference nonetheless. So I'm like, oh shoot. And that's an exaggeration. That's not 1.5 feet, whatever. So I ended up going, like, I had to rent a U-Haul because there was so much stuff, and that's like whatever, $20. Woo. Went to Costco with all the stuff, and this was like 6 months later because it was starting to get cold, so I had to store it in the basement, and so it was all good. I mean, it was like unused. Put it into a U-Haul, went over to Costco. I'm like, hey guys, like, how does this work? Like, can I like somehow return this? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't know. Is that even possible? Without any hesitation, they're like, yeah, that's fine. Well, and 100% credit right back to me.
Even 6 months later.
Yep.
Wow.
Just didn't care. And I was like, but there's nothing wrong with it. Like, sincerely, like every single, like even the little tiny bead things that you put in like the fire pit, like all of that was included. I'm like, no, like it's all here. I swear to you. They're like, yeah, great. You're good. Boop. It's back on your card.
Wow. Very cool.
Well, so what I have come to find out is that that is one of the hallmark things about Costco. And this is not meant to be an advertisement. I swear to God. It is just something they do. Like, they just have like a no hassle return policy. Like, hey, we get it. It happens. And I flat out was like, yeah, apparently I don't know how to use measurements because I'm simple. And they were like, totally understand. That's cool. Here you go. And honest to goodness, I picked something else out that was within the size range we wanted, and that is what we currently have. But the funny thing is interestingly, the missus and I were debating about whether we should keep our membership or not. And because of that experience, we did. We kept it. And we've been going with it strong ever since. But it was that small, simple thing. And it's a simple and small thing for a multi-billion-dollar corporation, right? Like, yeah, whatever, clink. They'll figure out some usage for it. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't. But that made the world to me.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. So a small gesture on their behalf completely is a game changer for me. So I thought that was just utterly fascinating.
I love that. That's a really cool, cool policy they have.
Yeah, you can look it up. Like, if you go on their website, like, you can actually find all the information. It's like, oh, wow, cool. I thought it would be like, oh, you'll get 50% or so, like, whatever.
Yeah, right.
But no, they're like, yeah, great, boop, done, shipped, you're set. It was awesome.
They could have said like, we'll give you a discount on that mask on your face.
And they're like, but it already looks like you did get a discount on that. Because you ugly. I'm like, hey.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah, man. So that's my personal.
So I'll share something, and this is going to be more recent, just because I'm sure there's just probably dozens or hundreds of times where someone has done something small gesture for me.
Yeah.
Throughout my life, but I'll just think of something recent. I had an event last week actually for my business, Zero Proof Pass, and
Zero Proof Pass. Go get your passport today.
Yeah,
sorry, what?
$10 the rest of the year.
Ooh,
it's half off. $10. ZeroProofPass.com. On that note,
like and subscribe.
Instagram Instagram.com/ZeroProofPass.
We are just advertising machines.
I'm glad I don't have to pay for my own spot, but maybe I will. On that note, I had an event last week, Steve.
Yes.
And so a lot of people that were there with small business that were in networking, they were essentially there to just talk to the businesses and kind of talk about their own products. Yeah. And I had some people, come up to say, "Oh, what's your business about?" And really had some good conversations. And I had one gentleman come up and say like, "Oh, this is so cool!" Like he still likes to drink alcohol every now and then. But he goes, "I stopped drinking during the week, and I occasionally will have some drinks on the weekend. But I Monday through or Sunday through Thursday or Monday through Friday," he goes, "I don't have any alcohol."
Yeah.
And he goes, "This is such a cool concept. Like, thank you for coming up with this. Like, it's just." He goes, "This is really cool to see because the trends. Obviously, people are starting to drink less and are being a little more mindful of their drinking." Yeah. And it was just something small like that where I thought that was, really cool. And I've had people at other events too, like, "Oh, this is such a great idea. I never would have thought of this. Thank you for actually having the idea and then, going through with it." So
that's awesome.
That was pretty neat too. One other thing actually I can mention that it was personal, but it actually ties into work too.
Oh,
so
okay.
When I worked in manufacturing, my first job after I left teaching, I worked in manufacturing for a few years, and we had a really cool team. There was 4 of us and 4 guys. Had lots of laughs, lots of really good times with in the training department. And my manager at the time, such a good guy, he knew, and this was my drinking days, and we all like to obviously talk. We did sometimes go out for happy hours or whatever, but what he did as a gift for all of us, I think it was probably like a Christmas gift or whatever. He knew that we all liked Guinness. He made us our own personalized, you got one of the Guinness pints that pint glasses that you see all over the place, but
sure,
he personalized it with our names on it.
Oh, wow.
And so I still use mine. I pour my Guinness Zero in there and I still use it and, think about that a lot. That's just a nice little, something special that you're going to remember for a while. So I thought that was
cool. So cool. Well, what a thoughtful gift, right?
Yeah, for sure.
As far as your comments about individuals coming up to you with the Zero Proof Pass, like, "Oh, I love this idea. It's so cool." What I really like about that is this is something I do try in my personal and professional life, like in both, is it's so easy to get caught up in the negative things, right? Like somebody did this wrong, or you go out to dinner and you got the wrong side or something like, everybody and their mom can focus on those things. But when somebody does something right or well, or you can tell they put forward some effort, acknowledging that makes such a big difference. And just calling it out like that, like, "Hey, I saw you were doing that. You did a really nice job with this. Like, thank you." And and if they're like, "Wow, well, thanks," like, you know what? Like, it's so easy to get all the negative commentary. So it's nice when you can get a little bit of praise for something you do well.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
People appreciate that. And once again, small gesture, nothing wild and crazy, not fanfare, nothing like that. And sometimes it helps just if their manager to tell them,
Yep.
Hey, heads up, they did a really nice thing. I had something happen this week that, man, it was so awesome. Funny enough, it was with orientation. So, do you mind if I cut in the story here quick? Okay.
Yep.
We do lunches, like when orientation day, we have a restaurant on campus that they pick their order from like 4 menu options, whatever. I go to the restaurant, I pick it up, and I hang out with them while they eat, and sometimes just shoot the breeze for, half an hour, 45 minutes. And it so happened to be that one of the participants, the new hires, she ordered something, and when it came, it had bacon on it. And for whatever her reasons, she does not eat pork. Okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, shoot. Like, I'm so sorry. Okay. So we have a couple of cafes on campus too. I was like, give me a second. Let me see if I can rectify this for you. So I ran down to the cafe. I'm like, do you guys have the ability to make a grilled cheese? And because that's what she thought she had ordered. And at first, the person running the cafe is like, I don't. Like, I actually don't have like a griddle or anything back here.
Yeah.
But there was another woman that was with her, and she said, well, yeah, I can just make it in like the actual like industrial kitchen we have. It's like, is that a big deal? Like, do you mind? She goes, no, I'll just make it in a pan. Like, it's not a big deal. So she was gone for like, 5-7 minutes, made this one sandwich. Like, that's it. Like, just what? And she like had it all wrapped up in aluminum foil so it'd stay warm. Threw a pickle there too. And I was like, it was nothing to her. She's like, I can make a damn grilled cheese. That takes nothing.
Yeah.
But it meant not only something so big to me, because it was like, man, what a crummy first impression that this new hire is getting. Like, I sold her on the Sprite Zero and the granola, but I'm really botching the lunch bit. I was like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I ran it up to our learning center, and the new employee was like, oh my gosh, you didn't have to do that. Like, that was so kind of you. I then made it a point to reach out to the 2 workers, their manager, and just told them like, hey, this happened. Thank you so much. Like, that was so awesome. So small gesture, huge impact, because that went from being a really crummy situation where like, she's not going to eat. Are you kidding? Like, we tell you we're going to provide you a lunch and we don't. Like, that sucks. To a really positive experience. I would actually go as far as saying even more positive than initial. Like, that employee knows, like, wow, when they say they're going to go above and beyond, they do. Yeah. How cool is that?
Well, it's cool because it's almost like a twofold there, where it was not only the workers that went ahead and made the grilled cheese, but it was also you going to go get that problem solved. So it takes a couple. So it's a good sentiment, and also thing that you did to start kind of the ball rolling, because you could have been like, fair, I'll eat your bacon. Do you want the rest of the sandwich? Like,
then my face is like melting over the sandwich.
Well, it's weird because I actually was on Instagram the other day, and I follow that one woman you're talking about, and she posted how she had 2 lunches and she totally scammed over this company. It was great. No, but I think that's that's just a cool story, because it's again going kind of above and beyond what that maybe was what other people would have done or was necessary even. But it's a small token and a small gesture that goes a long way, because she'll remember that. Obviously, and going forward, just something that was really
well. And I know we've talked. Yeah, I know we've talked about it on the show here, and it's the idea that people aren't always going to remember the things you say, but they will remember how you made them feel. Yes. And in this kind of a situation, there's nothing that I want more than new hires to go through orientation day, and at the end of it go, not only did I make the right choice, but what was I doing with myself that I didn't make this choice sooner? Like, I want them to leave on like such a cloud 9 high. I'm like, yeah. That's what I'm like. That's what I want. So in that kind of a circumstance, I was hoping that would happen. Forgive me. Did I? Oh, I guess that could be my professional. Yeah, because that did happen professionally.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I had somebody that I work with. She's one of my work BFFs, if you will. She said something to me that I want to share just based on this idea of doing lunches for new staff and everything. And so she is the executive director of hospitality, which is such a cool title. And it is of her firm belief that sharing a meal is one of the most sacred acts and most primal forms of hospitality. And the way she explains it is it intertwines the primacy of like needing to have sustenance to live with trust and companionship. And it just, I don't know, every time now when I think of like you have friends over or you've like they're if you like, for example, we had friends over a couple of days ago. As I said, we were talking about my deck furniture. I grilled out because I love grilling out. But in its own odd way, they are taking a leap of faith that like I'm going to make it so they're not sick or that I don't, completely botch it or like there is this very odd trust element to it. Not that I want you to start thinking of those experiences like that, but it is kind of a fascinating, like, wow, there's this companionship and we need to do this. So we will do this together. And you need to trust me that I'm going to do this in a way that you will be healthy afterwards too.
Sure.
Kind of cool. Like such a really fascinating way to look at it.
Different spin for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. So Rachel, if you're listening, shout out.
That is neat. I like that.
Yeah. Did you have any others?
No, I think that was where the ones that came to top of mind. So
yeah. I like I said earlier, this was just kind of one of those things that organically happened. I think we talked about this before we actually recorded, in that it was one of those organic things that happened. And folks, spoiler alert, a lot of the times when Patrick and I talk about a topic on here, it's because it happened recently or like something triggered the idea of like, ooh, we should talk about this. Like that's a lot of the times how this works.
Well, and
this just happened to be
it's fun because we might have a list of 10 topics to talk about, but then something happens like that week when we're going to record and we're like, oh, we got to bump this to the top of the list because it's fresh in our minds and we think it's more relevant. And so I think, that happens all the time.
Oh, hell yeah, man. But this, thank you for humoring me for me muddling my way through this as best as I could. But I guess for all of you out there in listener land, like, I guess if you have the ability to do something small, whether it's personal or professional, it's that reminder every year of somebody's birthday or of an event or something that can help you reach out to somebody or just impact them in just the slightest little way. My God, please do it. And I tell you what, when this episode launches and you want to send us messages on Instagram, like let us know, like what are some of those things that you're doing, or you can add it as a comment in our YouTube channel. Whatever you want to do. Honestly, it's kind of fun to see what people respond with.
And let us know how some of those things have affected you. What has happened to you before as well. So
I like
it's kind of cool to get those ideas because a lot of it it's really about those small gestures, but you don't want to take them for granted either because
you're right.
Without them, they can get lost in a simple text, a simple note, a simple gesture. Those really add up over time. So it's really important. To
further, you're right. So not only can those things kind of get lost in the shuffle of things, but you might come across something and go, oh, that's a really good idea. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I was about to wrap things up, and now I really have to toss this in there. I just saw a video. God, I think it was yesterday. Yes. It was of this. I think her birthday cake said 22. So a wee young lass.
Yes.
She had her birthday cake. She had the candles, and you could hear a friend of hers off camera say like, oh, do you have a birthday wish? And she goes, well, yeah, but if I say it, it won't come true. Like, it was kind of cute, right? But what I thought was so cool about this is the friend that said that took another candle, like not on the cake, but she must have had one in her hand, lit it with the flame that was already on the cake, and said her own little birthday wish for him, like, I hope you have the successes that you deserve this year. And then another friend did the same thing, like, I hope you get to experience the happiness that you instill in others. And then another person did, like, so there was like 5 or 6 people that just all did these and like said these really nice quote unquote birthday wishes to her.
That's cool.
And as I was reading the comments, I did not know this. That's actually not, I wouldn't say a common tradition, but there are a lot of people out there that have similar style traditions for birthdays that they'll do something like that. Like, everybody says one thing they really appreciate about the birthday person. And I was like, oh my God, I love that. Now, I would have never thought to do that if I had not seen this video. So when I say, and Patrick, you too, when we say, tell us some of these things that either you do or somebody has done for you that's made a big impact, you might instill somebody else to do something similar. So yeah, it's really like cool.
Passing the goodness around, you know.
Yeah,
those ideas out there.
Which, dude, I feel like we could all use.
Oh,
man,
absolutely.
Like, so badly. Speaking of passes and pushes, Patrick, do you know who has made a big impact on us with a small but mighty and powerful push?
Ooh, that is Spinnerooski there, Steve.
That is the Spinnerooski, folks. While Mr. Patrick fires up the wheel, a reminder for our listeners that each episode we spin the Spinnerooski. It's a wheel of names that might belong to the woman who so generously shoved Mr. Patrick and I into the ugly club so many moons ago. And the goal of the Spinnerooski is that we will eventually land on her name so we can thank her properly. Mr. Patrick, are we ready?
We are. It is a 1 in 136 chance to get your name called if you're on the Spinnerooski. So we got a lot of names this week.
Which is so weird, especially with all of the weird coincidences. Like, that, I know. I don't know. Crazy. All right, man. Spin that Rooski.
Feeling good about this one. Selena
Gomez?
I hope so. I assume so.
I think she'd have been very young.
Like, was she? Yeah, gross.
She
would not have been.
She would have probably been like
4,
8. Yeah, 4. Like, she was very young. But you know what, Selena? It's a very beautiful name. Selena.
It is a very.
I like that one. Selena, thank you so much. Thank you for living rent free in our heads. Thank you for all you've given us. Thank you for pushing us so eloquently into the ugly club and showing Mr. Patrick and I who we really are. You're amazing.
She would have been 14. I just looked her age up. So yeah,
you're now on a list. That's great.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Well, Selena, the real Selena that was possibly at Boomers that night. Yeah, we appreciate you in a backhanded type of way.
And Joe doesn't remember you.
Yeah, so no. don't thank him at all. Sorry. Think about us.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. You want to do some shout outs?
Let's do it.
All right. You first, man. Because I already did mine.
Oh, that's
Orica.
right.
Yeah. So it's on you, man.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to a friend and former coworker of mine. His name is Peter Labonte. And I want to thank Peter for giving me 2 tickets to Irish Fest, which
cool.
I went to over this past weekend with my parents. So that was a nice little gesture. So I always enjoyed our conversations at the office about travel, big Brewers fan, and also just music. So thank you, Peter. That was very kind. Nice gesture that he didn't have to offer those tickets, but again, something small that went a long way.
Wow. And to come full circle.
Yes.
Right? That's so cool. Well, Peter, you sound awesome. So I will also add you as my shout out. You sound like a delight. That's so cool, man. Well, I'm glad. Did you guys have fun?
We had a great time. Yes.
Nice. That's awesome. Folks out there, if you are not in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area, one of the cool facets of the Southeast Wisconsin area is that there are tons of, I guess, would the term be ethnic festivals? Yeah.
Ethnic
like there's a German fest, an Irish fest, Italian, right? They do Italian fest still, right?
Yep. Festa Italiana.
Festa, I'm like, Italian fest doesn't sound right. That's right. That's correct. Yeah, they do so many, and they are
Mexican Fiesta.
Yeah.
That's also another one.
Yep.
Polish Fest
too. Yeah, there's tons of them. And they are genuinely really fun. Really, really fun. If you ever have the opportunity to be in the area, and if you're not, I would recommend it all day.
Absolutely. That's a good shout out. There's every weekend.
Thanks.
It's just so hard to pick and choose because you've got festivals all over the place.
Oh yeah.
So
without a doubt.
Great.
Well, man, I think that kind of wraps us up.
You got it.
Uggos, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you got a little something out of this, and please let us know if you did. Either let us know on Instagram or on YouTube or wherever you're LinkedIn if you really want to, but anywhere you so fancy. But we appreciate you joining us, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, y'all.
Out. There it is. The red dot. Oh, I see it. All night long they call you Snooky Goes.
Oh wait, we're singing 2 different songs.
Yeah. I'm singing a really bad song from a really bad movie. Anyway, okay. All right. Enough of this lollygagging.
Mm-hmm. All right, I hit record.
Oh, I know. I'm just being an ass.
I thought maybe it wasn't showing up for you again.